Good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday, February 2nd, Groundhog Day, a cold 26 degrees outside. You see the young man between us is our good friend, Travis Morgan. Travis comes back for his yearly visit. You don't change a bit. You stay lean and mean. Some of us are packing it on, but no. Travis, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always good to have you with us and everything. So Travis Morgan at Finer Physiques. So.
Well, good to have you again, Travis.
Yeah.
And, you know, new year, new goals. We always go around this the same. But what kind of insight do you have to offer people on how they can keep that goal or, you know, that motivation?
Yeah.
Because it seems to wind down after January. I think
after
the
January 3rd?
third week in January, you know, everybody's like, oh, I'm too busy.
I was the same way. You know, you get in and you have all this excitement, and then it kind of wanes. I wasn't really sure what I was doing, you know, so I'd wander around the gym for a couple of weeks and not really sure if it worked or not, so I'd quit and start back the next year.
Yeah.
But really what got me in shape and consistent was the personal training. I got in with a trainer and finally stayed long enough to actually see some results and did it right and all those things. And once you see some results and get some results, then a lot of times that's when that motivation sticks.
All right, all right.
Travis, in my case, I used to run quite a bit, and then when the day finally arrived that I was unable to run as much as I was doing, boy, the weight kind of showed up. So what do you recommend for those that say, we can't run anymore like we used to, we want to go to the gym, our heart's in the right place, we want to do this, but what are some kind of a weight loss exercise? Does it focus on the aerobic side of things?
Well, you got to have a balance between everything. A little bit of strength training to bring up your metabolism, a little bit of cardiovascular training for your heart and lungs and calorie burning, and then, of course, nutrition's a big one. But there's always a way. And, you know, people you see me running all the time, they're like, oh, I can't run, you know, I can't do it, I guess. But, you know, I've had injuries before, too, you know, where I couldn't run. And really, the whole objective is to get your heart rate up for a consistent period of time. And we do lots of boxing. We have the cardio classes. You can bike, elliptical. You know, there's always a way. And like you said, your body's adaptive, so it adapted to that running. And once you quit, it adapted to not running and putting it on. So, yeah, there's always a way to burn calories or get in. Or, you know, we have people that have injuries and are like, oh, I can't work out. I hurt my neck or back, whatever. But I've had tons of people come in with tons of injuries, and there's just safe ways to do it. You know, I'd consult a professional, of course, if you do have an injury or something. But
now, Travis, speaking of group classes, because some people are shy and there's Zumba and boot class or boot camp. There we go. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, we have tons of classes, and you know, like different people like different things. You know, there's some that are real aggressive. There's the dance classes like Zumba. There's body sculpt, which is kind of a light weightlifting to music, and again, there's the accountability of having an instructor there and your friends, and you know, there's a big, you know, that's a big part of it. And the boot camps are great. Katrina does those, and Cynthia in the mornings, and you know, it's kind of hardcore, and you get in little circuits, you know, but you know, all those different times of day, there's those different groups of people that are used to seeing each other, so there's lots of camaraderie there and accountability.
Good.
Travis, as we're sitting here drinking our coffee, eating our donuts this morning, listening to you, or somewhere.
Invisible.
And you said boot camp. Explain to us, for someone who said, I've heard about these exercise classes, but tell us about boot camp.
Yeah, you should come check them
Is
out.
it an hour session?
Yeah, most of the classes are an hour. There's a
gym?
couple of half hours, and again, you know, people get concerned, oh, is it going to be too hardcore, or is it too easy, or whatever else. But really, like with the body, you take yourself where you're at, and you gradually, progressively move forward. So with everything, you go at your own pace and let your body adapt safely as you go. So, I mean, even if we have people that are, you know, 80 at classes. We have, you know, 20-year-olds, whatever, in the same class. So you just kind of go at your own pace. And like the boot camp, for instance, is there's different circuits. Maybe you'll be doing push-ups for 30 seconds, and somebody else is doing squats, and somebody else is thrusting a weight or something, you know, then you rotate, and kind of mixes it up, keeps it from getting boring.
And I think you hear that a lot from people exercising. Oh, it's the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
But I guess what you're promoting in the class is the variety.
Yeah, lots of variety. There's lots of fun stuff. And like I said, there's a million ways to exercise, so you don't have to get stuck in a rut doing the same thing. And, you know, like I said, personal training's great because somebody's there and you don't have to think about it. You just show up and we have fun and bounce through your workout, boom, you're done. And, you know, that consistency and accountability over time is what yields results.
Yeah.
Personally, I like the recumbent bike so I can sit there and drink coffee.
There you go, yeah.
So
we got him. Jim Nicholas used to be on the treadmill sipping his coffee.
my wife walks by and she just kind of shakes her head at me, you know, like,
Putting
okay.
that fuel in as you go.
Now, Travis, let's talk about food. Because we can do all the
Please.
exercise
Yeah,
in the
Mr.
world,
Cheeseburger over
right? But what is the role of nutrition in all of this? I think we
Unfortunately,
all
yeah.
know, but if you bust yourself at the gym but don't eat the right food,
Exactly.
what happens?
Yeah.
You-
I mean, anything's better than nothing, and you know, I love to eat too, and you know, it's a balance in life and stuff. But it's just doing the right thing the majority of the time. So
Okay.
you can still have cheat meals and do whatever, and you know, and it depends where you want to be. You know, there at one point, you know, I was racing and doing all these things and eating clean all the time, and I'm a little older now, you know, find some balance and have some fun. So it's just making good choices, you know, and you don't have to like just eat salad or whatever people think. You know, you can eat, really, if you focus on lean proteins like turkey, tuna, eggs, steak, chicken, I mean, those are all good things. You can cook 1,000 different ways. And protein's the last thing to turn to fat. So if you make that the majority of your calories, then, you know, you're not getting the sugar and the carbs and the fat.
What about before and after a workout? What
Yeah,
can you
and
recommend?
really, you almost have
Yeah.
to take everything on an individual basis because everybody's a little bit different. Some people like to eat before they work out, some don't. Like, I don't like to have anything in my stomach like 2 hours before I do cardio, but I like to have something in my stomach before I lift, so you have some energy and intensity. But like, again, you know, even protein is probably one of the better things. And they have real good tasting shakes now and bars, and you know, if it's early in the morning, you can have eggs. If it's later in the day, you know, chicken, steak, well, you know, anything. But you got to find something that you like and that you're going to be able to do consistently over time, and see how your body reacts to it.
In my case, it's coffee before exercise, during exercise,
During,
and then after
after.
I complete. That's my motivation. We have just a minute or so to go, Travis. You keep referring to this list here on the times,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
guess you can
about
go to
my
the
classes.
website.
Oh, yeah.
And be able, because
Yeah.
we've talked about a lot of different classes and
Yep.
times, Monday through Saturday or Monday
yeah,
through Monday.
we got a ton of stuff
So you
going
can
on.
go to the website, or they can give you a call. Here's my final question for you, Travis. Say someone didn't start on January 1, they had the best intentions, start new goals and do all these things, but here it is, February, a month's gone. What would you say to them to so-called get off the fence and say, hey, it's time to do a physical inventory and you need to exercise? So what would you say to that person?
Oh, yeah, and you know, a lot of people start the new year, then you have a lot of people that don't start the new year because they don't want to be one of the New Year's resolution people, but we all go through the same cycle, and even, you know, I live in the gym, and still, like, you go through the holidays, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get started, you know, at the new year once all this stuff's done. But the sooner you start, the sooner you're going to start getting results and feel better, and you'll be disappointed that you didn't start sooner. You know, everybody, you know, I got it, you know, and I love it, and I've been doing it for years, but I was like, man, I wish I would have got this when I was a kid, you know, or something, or had the tools. So just sign up, and really, you know, I keep pushing it, but, you know, we have a huge personal training system and 12 trainers, and it gets results. I mean, all you have to do is sign up. You're going to come in, you're going to do it right, and 3-4 weeks, you're starting to see results. So that's really where it's at.
Excuse me there while I'm drinking,
Oh, there you go. You're drinking coffee, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that word of encouragement, and I guess you just do that little self-inventory and say, you know, this time for me to, I guess it just boils down to lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, if you eat every day, you can exercise every day, right?
Yeah, that's what Ken Rapp said at the Y when we were giving a talk, and they were like, well, how many days a week should I do exercise or whatever? He's like, oh, only on the days you eat. I was like, uh-oh, that's every day.
That's
I got to get some activity.
that's the lesson for us that we're going to take
That's
That
our
put it
away.
in perspective
That's our
for me. Yeah, I was like,
takeaway.
oh, wow.
Travis Morgan, Finer Physiques, thank you for being here.
My
thank you
pleasure.
for
Thanks for having me.
your yearly visit. We might make it twice a year or something like that. But anyway, we appreciate you being with us and
Thanks,
telling
Travis.
us
Thank you.
Yeah.